What's the next edition?
It's not very subtle, is he?
Hello and welcome to
Reeltime.
And today we're going to be talking about... Well,
Kyle,
we're going to be talking about...
Kyle, where are we?
In our room. In my room.
But this isn't the usual room. Everything's blue.
It's my usual room.
But what about our normal room?
Oh yeah. I moved house.
When were you going to tell me?
Why do you think we haven't had a real-time episode in a long time? Plus laziness and procrastination. But why do you think we didn't have a real-time episode?
Because I've been busy. But
well, we got this new room. It's smaller, much smaller. But isn't it great? It means it's more comforting. Like, you know, there's more air to let out our originality and creativity.
But it's not the same. I
And
mean,
look. I've got toys at my disposal now. I just have to lean off camera and grab a toy, and then there you go. You got a Bulbasaur.
But the old room, we had so many memories.
Oh no! Shit! Flashback.
We had so many good times, and I just don't know if I'm going to get used to this. Like, okay, we'll do a test to see if this room is suitable. Is by doing the Lone Ranger test.
Oh, I love the Lone Ranger test.
Right, let's go. Well, that was bitterly disappointing.
I thought that was great. That's a bit of exercise.
Anyway, today we're talking about something that's very close to our childhood, and in case you can't get the subtle references at all, any guesses?
Yeah, Zelda.
Digimon? No?
Nope.
Pokemon! Snipe is upside down.
But yeah, we're like Pokemon lovers. We love a good bit of Pokemon, and it's something very close to our childhood. And we're doing this episode today because Pokemon X and Y are coming out next week.
Yes, and we have both pre-ordered our copies, and of course we ordered the best one.
Yeah, we got Y.
X.
Y? What? Didn't you get Y?
No.
But we agreed to get Y for the big, for the scary birdie.
Okay, we finally stopped fighting enough to actually discuss today's subject matter, and it's going to be our earliest memories of Pokemon, the TV show, the game, the movies,
everything Pokemon related.
And then we're going to watch the very first movie to get some nice nostalgia going and talk about it. What was your first experience of Pokemon?
Getting Pokemon Red at the shop with my brand new Game Boy.
Really? What, Game Boy Color?
Yeah, and then picking Squirtle because I was told Squirtle was a good idea. But no, Bulbasaur is much better. Bulbasaur's a manly Pokemon, that's why I've got a Bulbasaur toy. But yes, I had a really great time with my first Pokemon experience. I loved it.
I think I might have watched the TV show first. I'm struggling to remember that.
I don't remember if I played TV show or game, but I definitely remember I ended up doing both of them. Sky One in the morning, watching Pokemon religiously before school.
I remember taping it, before Sky Plus, and I used to annoy my parents by taking up all the VHSs to video the latest episodes.
Pokemon was a brilliant series.
But to be honest, it was probably the first cartoon in our lifetimes that was a progressive storyline rather than a set of episodes that didn't really run onto each other.
It was a progressive it was one progressive storyline with loads of one-off episodes each time, with usually usually ends up with Ash fighting Team Rocket, because when Team Rocket bring up a new mecha or a new plan to steal the Pokemon.
So in case anyone doesn't know, well, obviously you must know, the story of Pokemon the TV series is about Ash Ketchup, who on his 10th birthday,
He gets a Pikachu he doesn't want.
Because
he wanted Squirtle.
Such a lovable character. I can't believe they're portraying him as 10 years old. He's his 10th birthday. Let's give him a deadly animal.
But since his debut as a 10-year-old, he's travelled around his region, the Kanto region, and tried to win the Pokemon League.
And he's rubbish.
The TV show has now been going on for 15 years. He has now travelled through 5 different continents, and entered 5 yearly tournaments to prove the best Pokemon trainer. He has celebrated his birthday with Pikachu, and also their 1-year anniversary, and the anime still insists he's 10 years old.
Yeah, it's not very consistent, is it?
No, the anime's terrible now.
I think I stopped watching the anime after about 2000. It was definitely after Pokemon 2000, the second movie.
I see. I kept watching it religiously as a kid, and I still think to this day the first series had a lot of potential, because he was still a rookie, so any rookie mistakes he made, I could let off. But anything he does now, where he's supposed to be like the super mega veteran that still can't catch a bloody Pidgey, he's well,
an idiot.
He's just an idiot now. There's no excuse. I can't defend him.
And in terms of games, I can't remember what my first game was, but I dug up my old Game Boy Color
Retro,
and I found this in it, which is Pokemon Red, and it's actually got my name written on the back, which is quite fun.
Let's see what else you got in here. I had Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, even though they were exact same game.
I think I had them all, but I think my brother had the other coloured games.
Where's your other games? I was trying to find them.
Oh, it's in here somewhere. Oh, my classic green Game Boy.
I miss my see-through Game Boy. That was epic.
There's no game or batteries in it. I just want to make it
Pokemon Silver.
And it actually sparkles. The actual cartridge sparkles.
And actually made it silver.
Look at it. It's slightly sparkling, sort of. If you want to have a look for yourselves. Look at that.
And now these bring me back. Pokemon cards.
Brilliant.
Trading. I remember just going to school with the sole purpose of just trading cards. Like if I had any doubles, I wanted to trade them and get more cards. But one thing I always found strange in the Pokemon trading card game was that no one ever used the battle system.
Yeah, we didn't really understand.
Like no one used use the 4 energies, so you can use this fire attack.
Bite, 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 bite.
And of course,
it hasn't got any battles.
of course, the Game Boy games as well. We used to go to school playing the Game Boy.
Oh yeah. Do you remember the little cable you used to get with the Game Boy that fitted in here, and you could actually play 2-player?
And when you used to trade Pokemon, they used to travel through the link cable when the animation. That was epic.
Like Wreck-It Ralph. That's where they got the idea from. But yeah, Pokemon. In talking of Pokemon cards, do you remember when the first movie came out? There was a special deal where you got a super ultra rare Mew card with it.
It wasn't just Mew. You could have got Mewtwo or Postman Dragonite.
I remember getting Mew, but I don't think it was this one, because this one's only 50 HP, and it doesn't look particularly nice.
It says promo here. This might have been the promo one.
Well,
oh wait, no,
if it is,
the ancient Mew one was actually his Stone Cobble card.
I was going to say, it's a different picture.
Yeah, it was his hieroglyph card.
Yeah, but still, I'm pleased I got
Postman Dragonite.
I've got a sparkly Charizard and a sparkly
shiny Charizard and
Gyarados in here, so that's cool. So anyway, the film, which came out in about 1999?
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about the TV series a little.
Oh yeah.
And how it's developed, but we're also going to talk about the first Pokemon movie, because I think anyone from our generation, probably as a kid, dragged their parents to watch the first Pokemon movie, where they absolutely went, "Oh!" And the parents were just like, "I don't get it.
WTF?
It's the worst film ever."
Worst movie ever.
But also, the TV series had one legendary saving grace.
Yes.
Team Rocket.
Yes.
And do you know the motto?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Cue music.
Prepare for trouble.
Make it double.
To protect the world from devastation.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
Jesse.
James.
Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Meow, that's right. Alright, so Bulbasaur.
I've got to get this wig off. Oh, that's better. Oh. Anyway, yeah, you get the point. It's Team Rocket. Oh god, that wig is itchy as hell.
They're like the villains that just pop up every episode.
And the thing is, even though most of the time they don't have any bearing on the story whatsoever, they're still the best part of the entire show.
James has some good one-liners.
Not my belt buckle, it completes my outfit.
Nobody's held me since my mother. Yeah.
Yeah. And Meowth with his Brooklyn accent.
And cunning plans. And Jesse's kind of just like the actual genuine evil one of the lot. But yeah, like they serve no purpose but to give you know, the main character some trouble every episode. But they also have their shining moments where they're like sometimes they play the hero, and they're always like my favourite episodes.
Yeah. Oh, they were so funny.
They were brilliant, but thing is, now that the anime's gone on for 15 years and it's just recycling the same thing, Ash does a journey, collects 8 badges, enters the league, loses the league because plot.
It's useless.
Because if he wins, they consider him a Pokemon master. They can't do much of his story if he loses to a noob again. So in other words, Ash is stuck in a place where he can't character develop. Or when he does character develop, he forgets. Which is incredibly frustrating. Like, as a long-term show that's supposed to be one ongoing plot and not individual episodes that don't have one plot, they should have changed like the protagonist or something like that.
Mind you, it is Japan, so there isn't much else.
I guess they just hope new audience come in.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because we're old. We're original
But
fans.
like, I like to see Ash, I do. But
I
the thing
don't.
is, it'd be nice to see a new character. But like Ash could pop up as like that champion that gets, you know, that.
They should make him our age, you know, make him an adult, and
Make him
maybe break his voice. Yeah, so then you had Pokemon the first movie, and just so we can have some points to talk about, we're now going to watch it, and we'll get back to you with our views.
It's going to be amusing, guys. Have fun.
Mewtwo strikes back.
Random redhead in the sky.
Today, Ash, Brock, and Misty are taking a short break from their Pokemon adventures. As always, Ash is determined to become a Pokemon master, and as always,
Brock!
And 15 years later, he still does jack all.
He's still got a gym badge.
Stamina, and the will of
What the hell's the oyster called?
The oyster. Togepi.
Oh yeah.
Too weak to work, Misty. I haven't eaten since breakfast. No.
This lunch is gonna be just perfect for you, Ash.
Brock is
It's my
amazing.
lazy boy no-chew stew.
I miss Brock.
Who's this?
Run away, Togepi! Oh, Pikachu, you're a man. Oh, don't run away.
Hey, you there!
Ash's balls just got bigger.
It's like a libido.
Oh, it's remixed.
Yeah, the movie had a remix version. I actually like the remix.
I swear I don't remember this opening. I swear it was different in the
This
cinemas.
has always been the opening.
Really?
I used to love this opening as a kid. This is the first time you ever saw Dom Fan. Because Johto Pokemon around then.
For some reason, after all these years, Bulbasaur still hasn't evolved.
He always refused to evolve though.
Honestly,
a moment to shine!
honestly, cute. No, he's getting his ass kicked.
I'm a fire and blaze! Shoot the one!
He is just a turnip on feet.
Bulbasaur disagrees.
I hate that oyster.
I love it, it's like one of the strongest Pokemon ever, stopped by a frying pan.
Oh, let me guess, they're gonna...
Yes, to what?
Yes, the what?
I love James.
Who turned on this music? My brother.
It's not really the most appropriate fight music, is it? It looks more
Look
like...
how epic it is.
It looks more like a Brokeback Mountain video. I love you.
Love wrestling.
Ow, ow, ow.
Sardist. Sardist? What's Sardist? I love... The Bruce Lees are pretty awesome though.
The Bruce Lees. Kami.
Now it'll take 5 episodes to charge one attack.
You gotta stop right now!
I have the greatest idea ever! Oh. I have no idea what purpose this has.
Trying to stop our battle.
LOL.
Pikachu?
When people die, they turn to stone.
Pikachu?
I don't get it.
Yay, Ash is dead.
Now we can get a better protagonist.
Oh,
Smart
that's
idea,
nice.
Pikachu.
Electrocute him.
That's not going to help him at all.
Please no.
Please no.
Please no, he owes me a bike.
Here we go. The magical tears of rebirth.
Pikachu's not meant to cry.
Yeah, I mean, even
I don't know the guy, but I'm upset.
yeah,
But man, that guy was a pro. I don't get what's going on, man.
Square.
Our tears fly.
Psyduck! Who's that guy?
I don't get it. Everyone cries making me cry.
Maybe someone's cutting up onions next to them. Oh, yeah.
Just this Psyduck with a load of onions.
Oh, man.
All Pokemon use tear attack. It somehow affects.
Back to the studio.
The movie's quite interesting now.
Yeah, very interesting.
So, what did you think of it? I like the bit where they didn't character develop.
They didn't character develop, yay.
We gotta stop the fighting! Oh no, please think of the Pokemon! Oh no, fighting is wrong, even the best of friends fight, Rob. Oh no, the human sacrificed himself. I have learned my lesson. And now I will make you forget your memory about fighting and build his character development so you can continue the TV show.
Whoosh! The movie is about a genetically engineered Pokemon called Mewtwo who is cloned from a Pokemon called Mew.
Which is a story they've kind of like adapted from the actual video game series.
And yeah, basically Ash gets an invitation to go to some competition for the very best trainers in the world, blah 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 blah, and it takes place on a mysterious island, and when they turn up they find out that Mewtwo's actually cloning all the Pokemon to create his army to defeat
And turns out
him.
he just picks on these trainers that he thought were the best trainers in the world, which I don't know why, because he chose Ash Ketchum to come join him.
Ash Ketchup.
Oh yeah, Ash Ketchum. But part of his evil plan was just, let's get these trainers, steal their Pokemon. It's not like I could just take over the world now and steal every Pokemon that came my way, but you know, I like to be awkward.
Yeah. One of the things I did actually like about it was that it kind of had a go at the humans for using Pokemon to fight. It's like if I was a trainer, I wouldn't use them to fight.
Are you saying you'd be like a Pokemon rights person?
I'd be a Greenpeace Pokemon trainer.
I'd be the guy who just walks outside going, I've looked you in the eye, let's battle. I beat you, give me a $5.
Yeah, you beat them and then you take their money.
It's like it's just mugging people, really.
But yeah, Team Rocket made the movie. Everything they did was like when they
didn't do anything. That's the best part.
Thing is, they dress up as Vikings. They're just like, really get you there before you can say hi, Manunu. And then like, Meowth is on the front dressed as a woman, and then it only occurs to them. It doesn't occur to them to think, hey, those Vikings look a lot like Team Rocket, and then their costumes get wiped up, and they go, it's Team Rocket. You don't say.
I just want to specify one thing. We'll let Brock off. He finds it hard to see.
Yeah, he can't see.
But the thing is, obviously in the TV show, Team Rocket have worse, costumes where they're practically the same person. They're just wearing glasses. So I'll give it that they put
it worked for Superman. It worked for Superman. Don't forget that. So basically, a battle ensues between the Pokemon and the clones, and all hell breaks loose. So Ash decides to let his Pikachu and his clone fight to the death.
But it's not really that good of a fight. It's just a Whilst like everything else is like going right at it. Like the Charizards are biting each other's necks and they're like.
And Ash, instead of actually doing anything, is just sort of looking over the ledge, going, "No, somebody stop them!
Somebody think about the Pokemon!"
And then Mew and Mewtwo start to do a rip-off of the Kamehameha from Dragon Ball Z. And then he decides, this will be my point, I'm going to go right in the middle of that attack and get turned into stone.
Watching this film again though, I've noticed one thing.
What?
Mewtwo just doesn't care.
Yeah,
no, not Mewtwo, I mean, Mew doesn't care.
Mew don't care.
He's just like, oh, you're trying to attack me. Lol,
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 lol, lol, lol, lol.
Is it like, I don't even know why Mew was meant to be there. It kind of just went on a random wander and just conveniently went there.
It's ridiculous.
I'll play Mewtwo, you play Mew, and we're just going to explain why Mew is a little awesome dick.
So now, today, I am going to prove who is the strongest Pokemon out of us all, the original or the clone. And here, battle will be done. Mew, listen to me. Trying to talk to you here. For goodness sake, you little come here.
And now we're going to talk about the one thing that we absolutely do remember before we even watched it again.
It may have been sad as a kid, but it's quite funny as an adult.
It's hysterical. Basically, Ash decides to smartly get in the way of Mew and Mewtwo's attacks.
I still question that logic.
Which, instead of killing him, turns him to stone, which is hysterical.
I just got hit by a shitload of lasers, and I just got turned to stone. Gotta admit, he's a bit of a badass for that reason.
And, yeah, and the thing that saves him is crying.
Tears of Pokemon bring him back to life.
Which does kind of make me think, you know Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith?
We do not talk about that film.
When Padme's dying, and the robot says, "It appears she has lost the will to live." Why didn't they all just cry? They would have brought her back to life then. That would have worked. I'm alive again.
But the worst part is, this scene is like really cheesy, it's 90s cheesy.
Oh,
but
God.
what makes it even cheesier is the Pokemon that don't even know Ash, don't even give a damn about him, are crying their eyes out too. It's like, I don't know why this guy is dead. I'm crying because everyone else is.
Oh dear.
Oh, I remember my favourite Psyduck moment actually. It's when he eats an apple, but he doesn't swallow it, so he just starts running back and forth for crazy.
Oh dear. So anyway, to display the kind of logic about tears bringing people back to life, we now present you a situation where I die.
Haha! Prepare for trouble! He's dead!
Kyle, your tears have saved me!
I don't know what this... Zombie! If only real murders weren't like that, man.
Yeah, Kyle, that really hurt. Oh.
You had fun though, you had fun.
Yeah, Pokemon is always fun. Damn. Anyway.
I love the new style. Anyway, but yeah, no, I'm really excited for the games. Like the 3D world, the fact you can run diagonal.
I'm not sure I'm looking forward to that though. You know, not having the traditional instead having sort of
bum 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 bum. You still get that. You can still walk, I think.
Yeah, but it might take some getting used to.
I'm sure it will, but
I'm looking forward to it.
What do you do? Well, we'll talk about starters then. Which start are you going to pick?
I can't remember their names, but I usually pick Fire.
You can say you're going to go for Fire, Fennekin.
Fennekin, yeah. I think I remember seeing the pictures. He looked the coolest to me.
I want to go with Chespin myself.
Chestpin.
Chespin. Yeah, he's chestnut Pokemon.
Chestnut. So is that grass or?
He looks like a chipmunk, but they call him the chestnut Pokemon. So I believe he's based off the nut, not the actual animal.
Right, I'm not sure if that falls into grass or water.
He's grass type.
That is one question I did want to pose. If you could be a Pokemon, what one would you be?
I need time to think about this. What would you be?
I'd be a Charizard.
You've had time to think about this. I'd be Ditto, so I could be all of them.
Ditto. Oh, Ditto! No, not Ditto. For a second, I thought it was Diggit. You know, Diggit.
I wouldn't mind being a Diglett to find out what the hell if I have legs or not, or what's underneath my body.
I'd say you transfer into a Diglett and go, Oh my god, I don't have any legs. And if you could keep a Pokemon, like as a pet, what would you keep?
Oh, there was a lot of choices.
I think a Growlithe for me, because I was voted most likely that as my personal Pokemon because it said it was the ginger one.
I would want a psychic type.
Psyduck. Or Alakazam.
I was thinking Alakazam because I'd be like, Alakazam, bring me my PlayStation controller.
Bring me my bitches.
No, pass the PlayStation controller. And it would like float in. Like imagine the hand's not there. It'll float in. I'll be like, pass it to me, Alakazam. Thank you, Alakazam. Turn on the television. But yeah, no, I just want it so I can turn into a fat guy, pretty much.
But yeah, Growlithe for me looks like a more conventional pet-like Pokemon, and I think I'd get along fine with him.
Anyway, yeah. Right, so I think that's all we need to talk about today.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't talk to us next week. We're playing Pokemon.
So anyway, to finish off this video, I'll leave you with simply, I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I'll travel across the land, searching far and wide. Get Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em if you're any need. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon, oh, you're my best friend. In the world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, that's so true. I know our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. Oh, that was fun, but Kyle, I'm afraid I have to leave now.
Huh?
I'm afraid I have to go.
Go?
I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
I have to go.
Robert!
Sorry, Kyle. I have to go.
Rob!